Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, you might be wondering, first of all, why am I on the floor, and why is Indy on the couch? Well, to answer your first question, I always kind of sit in front of the floor over here. And for your second question, it's because in today's video, we are going to tell you some amazing plants that are pet friendly. And so I figured, who better star in this video with me other than Indy and maybe Ruby? But Ruby is off eating apples right now, and Ryan is right behind the camera just kind of observing the whole thing, but Ryan's not a dog and you are. So we are going to cover some fantastic plants for all of you pet lovers, pet owners, and have some little furry babies in your life to make sure that your plants and your fur babies can coexist happily and without some very bad tummy aches. All the plants that I'm mentioning are doggy as well as kitty safe. First up on the list, we have a cast iron plant. This is the one that I particularly have. I believe it's called the Milky Way cast iron. This is great because they can chew on it if they please. It's not going to be great for your plant, but your puppies will not get sick. The cast iron plant can do really well in lower light conditions. It can also do really well in lower humidity conditions. It's overall an incredibly easy plant to take care of, and aesthetically it's pretty funky. I mean, look at it. It looks kind of freaky deaky, if you know what I mean. Another really good pet-friendly plant would be the money tree. I don't have it with me in front of me right now, but it's directly in front of my face. I will insert a clip right now. It's a plant, or tree rather, that you can find regularly in most nurseries and honestly even grocery stores. It's a very common plant, mostly idolized because it's said to bring good fortune as well as good luck. The Boston Fern comes in number 3 for this list, and it's great because not only is it one of the top air purifying plants, but it brings a nice tropical aesthetic to basically any spot that it's in. My house doesn't have the best luck with ferns. I do love the maidenhair fern, and I do miss it very much in all the attempts that I've tried to keep it, but I think until I personally have a terrarium or a vivarium or some sort of a indoor greenhouse, I don't think ferns will work for me. But if you live in a human-friendly area, that sounded like human-friendly, but I meant humid-friendly area, then the Boston Fern will be a double whammy, a 2-for-1, air purification as well as pet friendly. Another humid-loving plant on this list would be the Calathea. This is the white fusion variety. It's said to be a bit of a diva, and that's because the edges tend to get brown quite easily, and well, I think that's about it, right, Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a couple different varieties of them around the house. I don't have any issues with them personally. However, I feel like it's kind of like sort of in the same family as the fern in terms of complications of humidity. So if you live in a desert area and you don't have a humidifier in your house, maybe don't get the Calathea or the Boston Fern, because this guy will probably die.
Probably die.
Oh, I found his itchy spot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my god, you were. Do you need? Is that it?
That's all the itchies.
Did I embarrass you?
Mom, you're embarrassing me on your YouTube
and
channel.
he has his little toy with him. This is his little. Do you want to take him? No, you just want to stare at him. You're too cool now for your toys. They grow up so fast. Next up, we have a Ponytail Palm. Now these are little Ponytail Peperomioides. I do have a larger Ponytail Palm. You okay there? Okay, I do have a larger Ponytail Palm in another area of my house. However, this is one of my favorite varieties. This is also the plant that would be really great if you have like a cubicle or something. I personally had this one in my cubicle, for example. What else about this plant?
They're very fun.
Yeah, they're very fun. But the only other note that I have is don't overwater it. So yeah, I guess don't overwater it. It's a slow growing plant. It's pet friendly, and it looks kind of fun. I mean, I don't know if I would necessarily recommend putting it in the bonsai pot like I did. However, it does look very funky. And the only reason why I wouldn't recommend doing it like that is just because it's kind of like if you nudge it at all, it can become a bit unstable. I mean, I've had it in this pot form for probably like a year or more by this point, so this is pretty stabilized. I could probably like slide it across the floor if I was feeling like extra insane or something, and it would be totally fine. But, I mean, when you first start out, you just don't want to jostle it too much. Sort of like a new relationship. This next plant, I know you guys are going to love, and I say I know you guys are going to love it because it's been basically plant viral for what, like 2 years? At least a solid 1 year run. And that, my friends, is the Pilea Peperomioides, also known as the Chinese money plant. It's also said to bring good fortune as well as abundance and luck to those who have it, so please, this is going to be a really intense year. I have a baby on the way, so make it a good one. Good luck, plants. I'd also say, I guess, that it gives good luck to the pups because it doesn't make them sick. Right, Indy? Indy, where's your face?
Where's your face, Indy?
Ryan's over here. He's distracted him, getting kisses from him. You're my co-star, Indy. I can't do the video without you. Another fern that is pet friendly would be the rabbit's foot fern. I personally don't have it. However, I will insert a pic. Yes, I did say bunny. However, I will insert a picture of it so that you do know what it looks like. Another fantastic palm for air purification would be the Neanthe Bella palm. This palm apparently has been like popping since the Victorian ages. It's been a very, yeah, I know, that's a while. It's been a very popular palm, and also this one can stand lower light as well as low humidity, and it's air purifying, which I mean, yes, you could argue all plants are essentially air purifying, I think, to a certain extent. However, some plants are simply more air purifying than others because they can absorb toxins in the atmosphere and then poop out some good stuff for the lungs. What?
Oh, you said air purifying. I thought this was pet friendly.
Yeah, it's a triple whammy. That's what I said.
Oh,
that's why it's extra fun.
Oh, all right.
It's kind of like, you know, you get a free milkshake if you go get a burger and a fries. You know what I mean? Some things are just,
idea.
Yeah, that does sound actually really good. What flavor were you thinking?
Strawberry.
I was thinking strawberry too. Indy, what were you thinking? He was vanilla! That's an easy quiz. Like, I'm so over it. You're so good, Indy. Oh, no? Okay, don't put the seal on the head. Fine, I won't. For all of you people who love to have edible plants in your house, you'll probably like this next one. Yeah, I know, you love food. No, you are not food though. Okay. But this one is, I believe it's called the Arbequina olive tree. It's really...
Boom!
It's commonly known as the table olive, and it is said to have a mild, buttery taste. I can't speak for it too much because I usually only go for like black olives, very seldom on my pizza. So I don't really know too much about olives, but if you do like olives, this one is the best for you and your pets. Next up, we have the infamous spider plant. And I say infamous because this plant has been around the block a couple times. It was apparently quite the hot commodity back in the, what was that, the 60s, Ryan?
I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue.
Are you kidding me? You haven't heard like...
Nope.
What? Okay, well apparently back in the heyday, this plant was like in everyone's house, getting around, getting funky because it's fantastic. This is also another air purifying. Go ahead and sniff it, Indy. It's pet friendly. But it's really air purifying as well as being friendly to the plants. It can tolerate lower light. It can go in a hanging pot, a standing pot, and it's probably one of the easiest plants in the entire world to propagate. I have propagated this probably like at least 2 or 3 times by now. Am I boring ya? You take the little babies off of these kind of like little offshoots right here and you stick them in the soil. Very easy to maintain, very easy to take care of. Love it, highly recommend it. If you have animals, and if you're just starting out with plants, or even if you're not starting out with plants. I mean, the spider plant is like, it's like if you didn't have a front door on your house, you know what I mean? It'd just be like something's kind of missing. The final plant on this particular, oh my gosh, pet-friendly plant list would be the Majesty palm. This is another slow grower. It's a beautiful palm. I don't particularly have it. However, it is fantastic, and I hope, well actually I don't really know what I hope, but I hope if one of you have it that you also really like it. So that about wraps up the list of the plants that I have, but I do have some pet-friendly advice regarding plants as well. So just in case you have some plants that, let's say, aren't pet-friendly, which I definitely do. Luckily, my animals don't go through my plants very often at all. At very most, they kind of just like to sniff it, just to acknowledge its presence in their lives. However, if you do have some very curious plants, some things you could do before ridding the plant necessarily entirely from the home would be to cover up the soil. So a lot of the times, little fur babies like to kind of dig in the soil or sniff in the soil or eat the soil. If you put some gravel on the top surface layer of said soil, they won't really be able to access it very easily. Another way, which is one that I do almost exclusively to a certain extent, is I keep all of the non-pet friendly safe plants, that's a lot of words, in a completely other room than the Peperomioides. This way, they can't even access them unless they're essentially under supervision. Another way to do it is to have only hanging plants. So this will work really well because it won't be in front of their fuzzy little faces. So they won't be able to access or nibble on it. Does that feel good? Yeah. Yeah. If you'd like to know some more pet-friendly plants, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up on this video or comment down below just saying, I need more plant suggestions, and I will bring Ruby along on my next pet-friendly plant adventure. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in my next video.